And now moving to Elon Musk and specifically his father, Errol. He's reignited racist conspiracy theories claiming that former First Lady Michelle Obama is secretly a man.
Sasha Obama has just made a shocking revelation about her mother, and it changes everything. Michelle Obama has disappeared from the public eye, skipping major events and distancing herself from Barack. Why? What is she hiding? And now with rumors of a secret life, a broken marriage, and a resurfacing scandal that the media won't touch, Sasha's latest move has sent shockwaves across the country. Is the Obama family falling apart? Join us. The Obama family crisis? Where's Michelle? Michelle Obama has vanished from the public eye. Once a commanding presence in American politics, she has now retreated from the spotlight, skipping major events that former First Ladies are expected to attend. When former President Jimmy Carter was laid to rest earlier this year, dignitaries from across the political spectrum came together to pay their respects. Barack Obama was there, Bill and Hillary Clinton were there, even Donald and Melania Trump showed up, but Michelle, nowhere to be seen. And that wasn't the only red flag. When Trump was sworn in for his second term, every living former president attended. Again, the former First Lady was absent. This is not a case of a few missed events. It's a pattern. So where is Michelle Obama? Why has she chosen to step away from the political stage? And what has Sasha Obama just revealed that changes everything? While Barack Obama remains active in Washington, Michelle has reportedly been spending most of her time at their luxurious estate in Martha's Vineyard, hundreds of miles away from DC. This is not a temporary getaway. According to sources close to the family, Michelle has completely checked out of political life. She has no interest in returning to the high-profile existence she once embraced, and insiders claim she's done playing the game. That game, of course, being the role of a political spouse, the smiling, ever-supportive First Lady turned public figure who stands beside her husband at major moments in history. But Michelle Obama, the woman once hailed as America's favorite First Lady, has apparently walked away from it all. The question is why? At first glance, it seems simple. Michelle Obama has never hidden her disdain for politics. She has admitted in multiple interviews that she has no desire to run for office and that she only participated in Barack's campaigns out of duty. In her own words, she hates politics. So perhaps this is just a case of someone finally stepping away from a world they never wanted to be in. But if that's true, why is Barack Obama still so involved? Why is he making public appearances, meeting with the world leaders, and taking an active role in shaping the Democratic Party's future while Michelle is nowhere to be found? Some reports suggest that Michelle's withdrawal isn't just about personal choice, it's about personal struggles. She's been described by sources as exhausted, disillusioned, and even angry about the state of modern politics. But is it just politics that's keeping her away, or is there trouble in the Obama household? One of the biggest red flags has been Michelle's growing physical and emotional distance from Barack Obama. Traditionally, the two have always been seen together at key moments, whether it was campaign events, White House ceremonies, or public engagements. But over the past year, that pattern has changed. While Barack continues to attend high-profile gatherings, Michelle has actively removed herself from the equation. She has been spotted alone in Martha's Vineyard more frequently than ever before, spending long stretches away from DC and avoiding events where she would normally accompany her husband. According to reports, Sasha has privately admitted that Michelle's absence is not just about stepping away from the spotlight, it's about creating distance. But from what exactly? From the political world, from her husband, or is there an even bigger revelation on the horizon? Sasha Obama breaks her silence. The huge announcement. The bombshell that no one saw coming has just dropped. Sasha Obama, the youngest daughter of Barack and Michelle, has been spotted in Los Angeles, alone, looking distant, and carrying something that set the internet ablaze. In Sasha's hands was a book that has sent social media into a frenzy. A book titled Bewilderment, a novel about a single father raising a child alone. Was this an innocent coincidence, or was Sasha quietly telling the world something far more serious, something that the Obamas have desperately tried to keep under wraps? Are we about to witness the unraveling of America's most carefully curated political family? At first glance, it seemed like just another paparazzi moment. Sasha, dressed casually, walking through the streets of Los Angeles, carrying a stack of books. But when the images surfaced online, the eagle-eyed observers quickly honed in on that one novel. And this wasn't just any book. It's a deeply emotional, tragic story about a single father struggling to raise his son after the death of his wife. A story centered on themes of loss, isolation, and family turmoil. And this sighting comes right in the middle of growing rumors that Michelle Obama has distanced herself from Barack and is no longer living with him full time. Why this book? Why now? And more importantly, what does Sasha know that the rest of us don't? Insiders claim that Sasha has privately admitted to close friends that Michelle Obama has distanced herself from the family. That's not speculation, that's a direct statement from someone inside the Obama circle. Michelle isn't just taking a break from the public eye, she isn't just skipping political events. She is actively creating space between herself and Barack. The question is, why? For years, the Obama family was presented as the gold standard of political marriages. They were the picture-perfect couple, the family that always stood together no matter what. But was that just carefully crafted PR? Because what we're seeing now tells a very different story. Michelle has effectively removed herself from Washington, choosing to spend most of her time at their estate in Martha's Vineyard. Barack, on the other hand, remains in DC, making appearances, meeting with world leaders, and keeping up the public persona. And here's another detail that people aren't talking about enough. Sasha isn't with her. If Michelle were simply retreating for personal time, wouldn't her youngest daughter, her baby as she used to call her, be by her side? Instead, Sasha is in Los Angeles, alone, seemingly cut off from both of her parents. That suggests a divide, a major, possibly irreversible divide. The first theory is that Michelle's absence is entirely political. She has made it clear in the past that she has no interest in returning to the White House. She has also expressed frustration with the Democratic Party's failures, hinting in private conversations that she doesn't believe they have a viable strategy moving forward. Could she be stepping away because she no longer wants to be associated with Barack's political dealings? The second and far more explosive theory is that the Obamas are experiencing serious marital trouble, possibly even living separately. Meghan McCain recently revealed that multiple high-level sources have confirmed that the Obamas are headed for divorce. Other reports suggest that Michelle was furious after Barack was spotted chatting with Donald Trump at Jimmy Carter's funeral. Was that the breaking point? Did Michelle see it as a betrayal? And then there's the third possibility, the one that no one dares to say out loud. What if Michelle isn't just distancing herself from Barack? What if she's distancing herself from public life entirely because of something bigger? There have been whispers, quiet ones but growing louder, that Michelle's absence isn't just about politics or marriage. Some say she's struggling with something deeper, mental exhaustion, a personal health issue, something we don't yet know about. The Obamas have always been extremely private, but could they be hiding something far more serious? And that brings us back to Sasha. She is the youngest Obama, the one who was shielded the most from the media during her father's presidency, but now she's the one who might be giving us the biggest clue. Marriage meltdown. Are the Obamas headed for divorce? What started as quiet gossip in DC circles has exploded into national headlines, with former White House insiders and political commentators confirming that something is seriously wrong behind closed doors. Barack and Michelle Obama, once the symbol of the perfect modern political marriage, are reportedly leading separate lives. And if that wasn't shocking enough, Meghan McCain just dropped a bombshell. She revealed that high-level Washington insiders have confirmed to her that the Obamas are on the verge of a divorce. If true, this would be one of the biggest political divorces in modern history. For months now, people have been noticing the signs. The most glaring, Michelle Obama's complete absence from Barack's side. In past years, she was always seen supporting him at public events, making speeches, attending major political functions. That's no longer the case. When Barack attended Jimmy Carter's funeral, Michelle was missing. When every living former president, including Donald Trump, showed up for Trump's second inauguration, Michelle was nowhere to be found. Some assumed this was Michelle simply distancing herself from politics, something she's expressed frustration with in the past, but others began connecting the dots because Michelle's absence isn't just from political events, it's from Barack's personal life as well. Then there was the moment that sent Michelle over the edge. When Barack Obama attended Jimmy Carter's funeral, cameras captured him shaking hands and laughing with Donald Trump. Normally this wouldn't be a big deal. Former presidents are expected to maintain a certain level of decorum, but for Michelle, this was a betrayal. Michelle has made it clear she despises Trump. She's gone on record saying she would never forgive him for pushing the racist birther conspiracy against her husband. She has expressed disgust at his entire presidency. Yet there was Barack, smiling, laughing, shaking hands with the very man she has spent years denouncing. Sources claim that when Michelle saw the footage, she was furious. To her, this wasn't just about politics, it was personal. It was yet another sign that she and Barack are not on the same page anymore. Could this have been the final straw, the moment Michelle realized she no longer wanted to be part of Barack's world? Of course, some are arguing that this has been in the works for years. After all, Michelle herself has openly admitted that there was a period where she couldn't stand Barack for a full decade. She made this comment in a 2002 interview referring to the early years of their marriage when Barack's political career took off and left her raising their 2 daughters, mostly on her own. At the time, people took her words as a brutally honest but ultimately harmless confession. But in hindsight, what she described as her emotional state at the time, resentment, distant frustration, is exactly what's being reported about her right now. Then there's the fact that Barack has been appearing alone in public more frequently. Just weeks ago, he was spotted out at an upscale restaurant in Washington, D.C., dining with close friends, but Michelle was nowhere to be seen. No anniversary dinners, no birthday celebrations, no joint public appearances. For a couple that was once inseparable, this level of separation is undeniable. So what happens next? If the rumors are true, a divorce between the Obamas would be one of the most high-profile political splits in history. Unlike other political couples who quietly fade from the spotlight, Barack and Michelle are still household names, still deeply involved in shaping the Democratic Party's future. A divorce would not only be a personal crisis, it would be a political earthquake. And that brings us back to the biggest question of all. Is Barack already moving on? For weeks, people have been speculating about Barack's solo outings. He's been spending more time in Washington, surrounding himself with powerful figures, and noticeably absent from the quiet family life he once seemed to cherish. Then there's the Jennifer Aniston rumor. A shocking In Touch Weekly cover story recently suggested that Barack and the Hollywood actress have been getting close behind the scenes. While Aniston has publicly denied it, the mere fact that this rumor even exists shows how much the narrative around Barack and Michelle has changed. And perhaps the most telling sign, neither Barack nor Michelle have directly addressed the rumors. No statements, no denials, no attempts to shut down the speculation. Instead, they're letting the rumors swirl. Why? Is it because they don't care, or is it because they know there's some truth to it? One thing is certain, the cracks in the Obama marriage are no longer just whispers in Washington. They are playing out in real time. And with every solo appearance, every missing public event, and every leaked insider report, the evidence is piling up. Michelle's darkest secret, wild conspiracies, resurface. For years, Michelle Obama has been one of the most respected and recognizable women in the world, but now a shocking old rumor has resurfaced, and this time it's coming from some very powerful voices. Elon Musk, the father of billionaire Elon Musk, has ignited a firestorm of controversy by claiming that Michelle Obama is not who she says she is. He declared on record that Michelle Obama is actually a man living as a woman and that the whole world knows. This isn't just some fringe internet theory being whispered in dark corners of the web. This is a claim being made by a high-profile figure, someone with deep connections in both business and political circles. But why now? Why, after all these years, is this conspiracy theory resurfacing at a time when Michelle is already facing questions about her absence from the public eye? And perhaps the most unsettling part, why is Sasha Obama refusing to comment? The idea that Michelle Obama is disguising her gender identity first gained traction during Barack Obama's presidency. At the time, it was largely dismissed as a desperate attempt by far-right extremists to discredit the first African-American First Lady. But now, with new voices reviving the theory, the controversy is back in full force. Elon Musk didn't just casually mention the rumor, he doubled down on it. In a recent interview, he insisted that Michelle's identity was covered up to protect Barack Obama's rise to power. According to him, the Democratic Party and the media were complicit in suppressing any information that could derail Obama's presidency. A claim this bold, coming from someone with ties to one of the world's most influential families, has made people stop and take notice. Let's be clear, these claims have been widely debunked. There's no credible evidence to support them, but the real question isn't whether the rumors are true, it's why they keep coming back. Think about it. If this is just a baseless conspiracy, why does it keep coming back? Why has it remained one of the most persistent rumors about the Obamas despite years of attempts to shut it down? And then there's Barack Obama himself. Back in 1982, Barack Obama wrote a series of revealing letters to his ex-girlfriend Alexandra McNear. These letters, which surfaced in 2023, contained a passage that sent shockwaves across the internet. In his own words, Barack confessed, "Well, I make love to men daily, but in the imagination." He explained that he viewed his sexuality in an intellectual, philosophical way rather than through physical expression. Now, taken on its own, this could be dismissed as the musings of a young man exploring identity and abstract thought. But in the context of the rumors surrounding Michelle, it has raised new questions. Was this just a college-era reflection? Or was Barack subtly hinting at something more? Some political commentators have gone as far as suggesting that Barack Obama's marriage to Michelle was more about political convenience than romantic love, that in the world of elite politics, it was necessary for him to present himself as the head of a traditional family in order to be electable. And if that's true, then what does that say about Michelle's true role in his life? Of course, let's be clear, there is zero legitimate evidence to support these claims. No official documents, no credible witnesses, just speculation, theories, and coincidental moments that have created a narrative people are desperate to believe. But in today's climate, where people are questioning everything, it's not surprising that this controversy refuses to die. And then there's the strangest rumor of all, that Sasha and Malia Obama aren't even Michelle's biological children. This theory, which has been circulating in certain corners of the internet, suggests that the girls were born through a surrogate or possibly adopted from close family friends. The reasoning behind it, some claim there are no public pregnancy photos of Michelle, no hospital records, and that the girls bear an uncanny resemblance to their alleged real parents. Again, this is another theory without concrete proof, but the fact that so many different conspiracies have emerged around Michelle Obama's identity and family has people asking why her, why so many questions, why she. One possibility is that Michelle has always been a controversial figure, not just because she was the first African-American First Lady, but because she doesn't fit the mold that many expect from women in politics. She is strong-willed, outspoken, and unapologetically blunt. Her presence alone challenges traditional expectations, making her an easy target for those looking to push narratives that undermine her legitimacy. Another possibility, that there's more to the story than we know, and if the Obamas think they can just ignore it and move on, they might be in for a rude awakening. With this, we have come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, do well to like it, comment, and subscribe for more content. To enjoy more thrilling stories, click now on the following video that pops up on your screen.